Beyonce and Jay-Z will do anything to destroy anyone who speaks out against them.
2011, Jay-Z's longtime mistress Kathy White was laid into eternal rest after she was about to go public with her relationship with Jay-Z.
He said Eric jumped. I don't think he jumped. I think he had.
Rumors about Jay-Z allegedly cutting people off on his climb to the top have been floating around for years. But now things are getting louder and way messier. 50 Cent is back stirring the conversation, throwing hints that Beyoncé might not be as squeaky clean as the public image suggests, at least according to whispers in the industry. None of this is proven, but the talk refuses to die, and fans keep replaying old stories with a new lens. What really turned heads is that 50 is reportedly working on a new true crime style docuseries, digging into mysterious deaths and sudden disappearances in entertainment. Allegedly, some of the cases he's looking at involve women who were once seen as Beyoncé's competition or rivals, and that's got people talking reckless online. Names like Blue Cantrell, Kathy White, and Aaliyah keep popping up in rumor threads, with people drawing connections that remain unconfirmed but heavily debated, and it doesn't stop there.
I know your deepest secrets. I know so much about you and what you've done. I know so much on how you got where you are, how you stepped on many people. Beyonce, how you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career because she said something about you. That's how hateful you guys are, how you step on anybody to stay on the top.
I grew thickened skin on my feet. I bathed in bleach and plugged my menses with pages from the holy book, but still inside.
Former associates of the Carters have made wild claims over the years, including Beyoncé's former drummer, who once alleged she practiced dark spiritual rituals, and Uncle Ron, a former bodyguard, who claimed Jay-Z and Beyoncé stepped on multiple artists to secure their spot at the top. None of this has been proven, but with 50 teasing his series, folks are wondering what old stories are about to resurface and what stays buried behind the crown. In case you blinked and missed it, 50 Cent just locked in a brand new true crime series with Fox Nation, and yeah, the title alone got people talking crazy. The show is called 50 Ways to Catch a Killer, and according to Fox Nation, 50 isn't just the face of it. He's hosting and executive producing the whole thing through his G-Unit film and television banner. The project is backed by Lionsgate Alternative Television, and 50 put out a statement saying true crime hits differently because it's real cases, real people, and real justice.
The same person that robbed me for like $500 for a session ended up being in the studio while I was there with the president of the...
Catching the killer isn't easy. Lucky for me, I got friends, and they got ideas. Each episode is its own special study in solving a murder.
Maybe Aaliyah's family will be held accountable for what they turned their heads to. And maybe Hype Williams will be charged for conspiracy to commit murder. It's time to talk, Hype.
He said he wants viewers to feel the pressure of these investigations and see the non-stop grind it takes to chase down the truth. No filters, no fluff, all smoke. But here's where the chatter turns spicy. People close to 50 are claiming that some of the stories in this series allegedly center on mysterious disappearances and unsolved deaths linked to the entertainment world. And knowing 50's track record, fans already think he's about to lace this project with side eyes toward old rivals like Jay-Z and Beyoncé. Nothing confirmed, but if history tells us anything, 50 never drops content without shaking a few tables along the way. Now here's where the rumor mill really starts spinning out of control. Some of the names people claim could end up in the mix are women Beyoncé was allegedly seen as competition, or women Jay-Z was rumored to be linked to back in the day. One name that refuses to stay buried is Aaliyah, and fans have been demanding her case get another look for years now. Online chatter keeps pointing to strange details that have circulated for a long time, including claims that Aaliyah didn't want to get on that plane and was reportedly sedated before boarding. None of this has been proven, but people say the official story never sat right, and that's why it keeps coming back around.
Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, and this is 50 Ways to Catch a Killer. Streaming now on Fox Nation.
I was a fan of Sean Paul's Give Me the Light, and I said, let's get this guy on the album before he really blows up, and everyone else is going to want him on their song. And we got him first, and he just...
Blue. The first Blue. Not they daughter Blue. Blue Cantrell. You were singing, boo. And you made a choice to work with someone, and you probably didn't realize how nefarious he was when you got involved with him. I didn't. Blue, it's time to talk.
Then Jaguar Wright jumped in with her own allegations, claiming Jay-Z and Hype Williams were somehow connected to the setup involving that flight. Again, no evidence has ever confirmed this, but once those claims hit the internet, they spread fast. And this is where 50 Cent gets pulled even deeper into the Aaliyah conversation. His longtime friend Eminem was known to admire Aaliyah and reportedly questioned the official version of events for years. With 50 now digging into unsolved cases, fans think this story might get dragged back into the spotlight. The next name buzzing heavy is Blue Cantrell. People online swear Jay-Z was obsessed with her, even claiming he named his first child after her, which has never been confirmed. Blue didn't just fade away either. She vanished from the music scene suddenly after alleging someone tried to poison her.
I didn't think it would last though.
What, me and him?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're above 25.
Why, he needs somebody younger than that?
At the end of the day, yeah.
Why did you say that?
Because I think at the end of the day, a younger, less savvy to the ways of the world broad.
Somebody a little bit more naive.
You said it, not me.
Jay-Z worked very hard to erase you and me, just like he did L, just like he did his relationship with R. Kelly, just like he did his relationship with Aaliyah.
Nothing proven, but the timing still has people raising eyebrows and asking wild questions. So let's rewind for context, because Blue's story didn't come out of nowhere. Blue Cantrell was grinding hard in the late 90s, doing background vocals for major industry names, including Diddy. Her voice was undeniable, and it wasn't long before she caught the attention of L.A. Reid, who reportedly heard her perform one of her own songs and offered her a record deal on the spot. Everything was lining up fast, real fast. In 2001, Blue dropped her debut album, So Blue, and it wasn't a flop at all. The project took off, earned major buzz, and even landed her 2 Grammy nominations. At that point, her future looked solid, shiny, and locked in.
Have you ever kissed Jay-Z romantically?
No. No, I can't answer that. I can't answer that.
Oh, she's touching him off the neck! Look! You see?
Why do people not want to let the Jay-Z Blue Cantrell thing go?
Because, honey, that was a fabulous little...
Predict what happen next in the future. You know, it's like you see it what happens.
Kathy White's true killer is going to be unveiled. And it's not a man. And that woman died screaming.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yeah. Show him the tape, Diddy. You got it.
Oh, man,
That might buy you a little time. You should probably stop looking for plastic surgeons.
man.
Looking for a new life, new face. We gonna hang you high.
But then the energy started shifting, and people say that's when industry tension crept in. Around that same time, rumors started swirling that Blue was getting close to Jay-Z, who had just begun dating Beyoncé. While Beyoncé was gearing up for her solo breakout, Blue released her second album, Bittersweet, in 2003. The same year, Beyoncé dropped Dangerously in Love. The timing alone had fans whispering heavily. Word on the street claimed Beyoncé felt uneasy about Blue's rising buzz and questioned whether there was more than just music between Jay and Blue. Blue later denied anything romantic ever happened. But when Wendy Williams asked her directly in an interview, Blue laughed awkwardly and said she couldn't really answer. That moment stuck with people. And Wendy, being Wendy, didn't let it slide. She openly speculated that Jay chose Beyoncé because the connection felt safer and more aligned with where he was headed at the time. Nothing confirmed, all talk, but once those comments aired, the rumor machine went into overdrive and never really shut off. But things really spiraled when Beyoncé and Jay-Z dropped the visuals for their 2003 collab Bonnie and Clyde. Blue Cantrell was not feeling it at all and went straight public, claiming the whole look and vibe was lifted from promo visuals she had already done for her song Roundup. According to Blue, the similarities were way too close for comfort, and fans started lining the clips up side by side, talking loud online. But the tension didn't stop there, not even close. Back in November 2002, Blue teamed up with Sean Paul and dropped Breathe, which became a serious hit. Just months later, Beyoncé released Baby Boy, also featuring Sean Paul. And that's when people really leaned in, because on that track, Beyoncé sings, "Let Me Breathe." Coincidence? Maybe. But Blue wasn't buying it, and once fans caught that detail, the chatter went from quiet whispers to full-blown debate. Blue then turned the heat up herself during an interview, sending a clear warning, Beyoncé's way. She said, "Maybe she's trying to do it to get press, but I want to make her understand if she goes there with me, it's the wrong move. She needs to understand what she's doing and what she's getting into." That statement alone had blogs on fire. When asked why she thought Beyoncé might be coming at her, Blue doubled down and said, "If she is being negative, she doesn't need to be, because she's a beautiful girl. But if you have issues with your man, address it with the guy. Don't take it out on the girl." Nothing proven, all perspective, but that moment locked Blue's name into this conversation permanently. But fast forward to 2014, and this is where the story shifts from messy to straight up unsettling. In September 2014, Blue Cantrell was reportedly seen wandering the streets of Santa Monica around 2 a.m., claiming she had been poisoned with some kind of gas. The situation dragged on long enough that people nearby got worried and called authorities, according to reports from TMZ. Police showed up, assessed the situation, and Blue was eventually taken to a nearby hospital for a medical evaluation. While no foul play was ever confirmed, that night marked a turning point, and things never really bounced back for her after that. Soon after, Blue was dropped from her label, and from there, industry doors allegedly started closing fast. Collabs dried up, opportunities disappeared, and her once promising career stalled hard. That's when the speculation really kicked in online. Some fans and a few people claiming insider knowledge started asking the uncomfortable question out loud. Did Jay-Z and Beyoncé have anything to do with Blue's sudden fall off? No proof, no receipts, just heavy whispers that refused to fade. Jaguar Wright has openly fueled that conversation, suggesting that artists once viewed as threats to the Carters often saw their careers derail or face serious personal struggles afterward. She's pointed to past industry situations, including a former Def Jam artist and incidents from the early 2000s, claiming patterns matter. Jaguar even called out Blue directly, urging her to speak up and tell her side of what really happened behind closed doors. Nothing confirmed, all allegations, but once those statements hit the internet, the conversation got darker and louder overnight. And last but definitely not least, there's another name that keeps resurfacing whenever people start digging back into these stories, and that's Kathy White. She's another woman who was rumored to have been romantically linked to Jay-Z, and her life ended in a tragic and still heavily questioned way. According to Jaguar Wright, both Jay-Z and Diddy allegedly know far more about what happened to Kathy than what's ever been shared publicly. Jaguar has even hinted that Kathy's case might fit into what she claims is a broader pattern involving suspicious circumstances in the industry. No proof, just allegations, but the talk stays loud. Now let's rewind and break down what was actually reported. In early September 2011, several local outlets and celebrity blogs began circulating news about the death of a young woman named Kathy Anna White. In nearly every report, she was described as Jay-Z's alleged mistress, a label that followed her name everywhere once the story broke. The affair rumors originally sparked after Kathy was spotted in Las Vegas with her friend Claudia Jordan at Tao nightclub. She was seen sitting at a table with Jay-Z and Diddy, and later a photo resurfaced showing all three at the same Vegas party. At the time, those rumors barely caused a ripple. But everything changed when news of Kathy's death suddenly hit in September 2011. That's when people started saying the timeline felt off. Beyoncé had just revealed her first pregnancy at the VMAs on August 28, 2011, only 5 days before Kathy was found dead. Beyoncé's pregnancy announcement completely dominated the internet, and while the world celebrated that moment, Kathy's story quietly faded into the background, leaving questions that fans are still asking to this day. So when a few smaller outlets quietly reported on Kathy's passing, it barely made a dent with the public at first. But people who live for timelines immediately raised an eyebrow, especially once those long-running rumors got folded back in about Beyoncé, including claims about a surrogate pregnancy that have never been proven, but still get dragged back up online. And just when you think the rumors can't get any crazier, the conversation takes another sharp turn. Enter Carmen Bryan, Jay-Z's ex, stepping back into the spotlight with comments that shook people up. Carmen has been hinting that the Carters are far more powerful behind the scenes than most folks realize, and allegedly more ruthless when it comes to protecting their image. Recently, she reacted to reports linking Jay-Z's name to controversies involving Diddy, and her response had people side-eyeing hard. Carmen even reposted lyrics from Jay-Z's verse on Monster, highlighting lines like, "Kill a block, I grape and pillage your village, women and children," leaving fans to debate whether that was art, coincidence, or something deeper she was hinting at. At this point, people are really hoping 50 Cent's true crime docuseries at least brushes up against these stories, because the coincidences are stacking way too neatly to ignore. But now it's on you. Do you think these are just unfortunate coincidences? Or is there something way darker going on behind the scenes with Beyoncé and Jay-Z? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. And I'll catch you in the next one.